it's Jonna. I'm here for the hashtag GiveAScrap, which is hosted by Angela over at the Traveling Crafter, and I was tagged by Meg at Chasing Retro, and apparently I was tagged 3 weeks ago and didn't even see it. So I apologize for that, Meg, and I am going to make up for it today. So I had posted a couple of weeks ago, and actually Carol at the Crinkle Path, she commented on my post. I was doing some scrap little clusters, and so I thought I would kind of recreate some of those, however, not exactly, because I used some book page florals on top. So what I'm going to do, and I did these a long time ago, I don't even know if the live video is still out there, but I did loosely kind of watercolor and did this like free-handed floral thing on my scraps. And I have this bin, I don't even know if you can see how much I have in here, because I know it's probably pretty close, but I have this bin of all my scraps. So when I'm done working on a project, I take everything, I push it, and I just have been putting it in this bin if it doesn't go anywhere. I've been trying to make a dent in this thing for the longest time. Oh my goodness. So we are going to try to work our way through some of the scraps, and we will make some little collage clusters with some watercolor florals on it. Now, I am not an artist. I don't claim to be an artist. It's been a long time since I've done this, like I said. However, it's not hard to do. It's just like a loose rendition of kind of a wildflower. It's flowers I make up. I don't know if it's anything even in nature. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take some plain paper I'm gonna dig through my little scrap pile here and try to pull out some of the plain paper that I have. And book pages are always really good. Things like that with little prints. It could even be an envelope, but I don't want to use this envelope because I want to actually gonna make a signature with that one. And let me see what else I have in here. That is neat, like kind of plain. I have absolutely no idea what that is. Those are the good pages to use, the ones that you have absolutely no idea what it is. Okay, let's see, I'll pull out, what else do I have? I even have these little cut off scraps. Those are perfect to use. And I would say that's gonna give us a pretty good start. When I go back and I look at my scrap bin, oh my goodness, I can see all the projects that I've worked on the last 2 years because I've got scraps. The other thing I've been doing in my scrap bin is I saw this on Gail Augustinelli's site. She did her master boards, and I think she got it from somebody else, but she worked in her master boards in like a magazine or a book or whatever. And so I started doing the same thing. So at night I just sit and I go through my scrap bin, and I am doing these master boards on here. And that way all you have to do is rip it out. And I only am doing it on one side because on the other side, it won't matter if I cut them into tags. I'll wait till I decide what I'm gonna do. Oh my goodness, that's a cool chair. Like these are all neutral, so this was an idea and I went ahead and did it so I would remember. I took my scraps and then I took the neutral strips and put those all on the back. So when I cut it out, I will have writing space. And so this is my neutral book. Somehow I forgot this was neutrals and I started working in it in color. Okay, so even though it says neutrals on the front of the book. So anyway, I've got quite a bit in here. And then I started several pages. So that's what I do for the neutral masterboard. And then I have this one. Did I start on this one? Oh no, I didn't. I didn't start on that one. I thought I had another one going. Maybe it's somewhere else. But anyway, oh, I see some ledger paper. No, that's not gonna work. Okay. So here we go. So we have all our little neutral pages, and what you're gonna do is we are just gonna make some loose flowers. So how I like to start is I kind of start with my stem, then I take the end of my pen and I'm gonna go back up the stem. I'm gonna make some loose leaves. This way I'm not controlling my pen like I'm actually drawing, right? So as if I was writing. And then at the top, I'm just going to, let's see, I'll make like a loose kind of flower looking up at the sun, right? So you can do it that way, or you can, and I use the Micron 03, it's archival ink. So when I go to watercolor, it doesn't bleed. Okay, so then I have these watercolors. I took a class, gosh, it has to be 10 years ago in watercoloring, and this was the watercolor palette that they gave us. And so what I do is I spray it here, spray it down, get it a little wet, get my brush wet. And I don't have I got this cloth over here. And then I'm just gonna come in and just loosely kind of watercolor it. And then like that. And then what you can also do is you can go in and you can watercolor your leaves first. Right? And maybe at the top of the stem I might do, sometimes there's a small leaf there. And then I'm gonna wipe this off, clean my brush. Then I'm gonna come in with a little bit of this brown. I really need something to wipe my brush on. I wasn't very prepared for this thing. And I'm just gonna come in and do my stem. That's a little bit too much. And then I'm gonna come in and do my stem here. Okay, and now I'll come in and I'm gonna spread out this green like so and shade my leaf. I might come under here and do a little bit of green at the bottom. I can see where that brown kind of bled into the leaf, and I'm okay with that. Okay. And then here, I'm gonna come in here and get a better shape. Now, the reason why I leave this very loosey-goosey is because, and I'm gonna let it dry. I'm gonna let it dry. And I'm just like so. And then I'm gonna come back in with, while this is drying, I'm gonna come up here and use the yellow. I really need my craft mat, that's what I need, so I can mix my colors. I have nothing to mix my colors with. should have a palette. Ooh, forgot to dry my, okay, it's fine. And I'm just gonna come in here, it's got that way too wet. But you can always go in with your towel and pull up some of the color. Let's let that dry. I think this is pretty good here to start doing my flower on. I need to do my petals like so, and then do around the center like that. Just kind of like loose. It'll once I get some color on here, I need to go back in with a little bit of that yellow there. And so, and I'm gonna come outside the line a little like that. This one I'm gonna do in a different color. So let's get this off, and I will come in with this like rosy kind of pink color and start in the middle, and I will work my way out so that it's darker kind of in the center and just color it in. So please do not critique my watercoloring. I am a beginner and I'm just learning, and I have not done it in a long time. But anyway, okay, so it's kind of what you want to do there. And then we will set this aside. And if I want to, I need to come back in here. You can, while it's wet, I can pull the color up while it's wet, and then I can put more in because it got a little, yeah, there. I'm just gonna drop this here and let it bleed out to the rest of the paper. Like so. And we'll just wait to see it do its magic. And I'm gonna set that aside. And then we can do this on the white. And the same thing. I kind of do some roots maybe. And so let's see, I'm gonna come in here and do my leaves. And I'll go over, I will go over the same same line kind of over and over again. Okay, so it looks really bad when you first start, but then when you add the color, it doesn't look so bad anymore, right? So this one, let's just do some leaves. Let's see. That. You can even do like Bird of Paradise. You know how they kind of go like this a little bit, the Bird of Paradise. And then they've got Bird of Paradise, I think, has really thin leaves, and they are purple and orange and yellow. Okay. While that's drying, we can color these in, or you could just leave them like this if you want. But I'm going to go ahead and color the flower part in. Let's see, have the light come from underside. Just let that dry. And then I'll come in with this green. Like so. Oops. Grab that pink, I didn't realize it was that close. And then the green. Like that. And then I can go into here, and right now that I don't have very much on my water brush and they're starting to dry, you can just pull the color out kind of to the edge, just keeping it super loose. Like so. That. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the yellow here. That, and then I'm gonna get some of the orange. See, it's kind of grabbing it. Okay, let's go here. We'll just add a little bit of this orange into the center of that one. And then let's grab this color and pull it down into the rest of the petal. This is just, I think this is just like Nina white cardstock that I use like on my printer. And then we will set these aside to dry. Also, I need to maybe do a little bit of this darker yellowy kind of color. I'm gonna, oops, whoa, pull this down. Like I said, these are made up in my mind little wildflowers. This is gonna be like my wildflower garden. If you want to get, you know, if you want to, you know, be a little more professional about it, you can get a gardening book and then look at flowers and try to recreate them. But sometimes it's fun just to see what kind of happens and, you know, goes on in your mind. Put that there. That's a little too much. Let me grab kind of like that. That's almost like a hibiscus. And then let me grab some of, it's pretty intense right there. All right, let's see how these are doing over here. And I'm gonna set those aside. And let's see, I'm gonna come out and pull some more color out to the end. I'm gonna leave some of the little highlights that are in here. I don't want to totally get rid of that. I'm gonna take this dark purpley kind of color and I'm gonna put it in the center. And I might come in with a little bit darker green or this like bluish kind of green and go into here, I think, with it, and maybe a little under there. And then, oh, I need to go back in with the pen. So this is after you watercolor, then you can come back in, and after it dries, you can put your leaves in. Draw them in with your pen. So, okay, that needs to totally dry. All right, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna get my bases. And let's see, I've got some vintage wallpaper. So I'm gonna use that one. I've got some of this packing paper. Use that. I've got some canvas that I stenciled that I probably could just, I don't know if I can rip this. I can try it. I may have stencil jelly plated this. Oh, I can tear it. Sorry if that was really loud. I apologize. Yeah, you can tear this stuff. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna get rid of the hard edges. Let's do that. And then what else we got? Got some of this packing paper because not all packing paper is the same, right? And then, you know, we all have a ton of this pattern paper. I know everybody has some of this because if you're in the crafting world, you probably have a friend that sent you some. So, or if you ordered any kind of gift, you ordered something off of Etsy, they probably sent it to you with some of that in it, hopefully. And what else do I have? I've got some of this deli paper that's kind of colorful. Oh, I like this little print right here. I think I'm going to keep that kind of neutral, so I need another background. Oh, I've got some music paper. Like so. I might keep this piece out. I can use it on something else. Oh, I've got some, well, do I want to use the vintage wallpaper? Probably not, because I've got flowers on there. Oh, I have some Asian newspaper. Hold on a second. That's kind of cool. Maybe, I don't like that color with that. So I'm gonna do 3 pieces as the backgrounds, and then I'm going to, these are dry, So all I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna fussy cut them out. And even though you think like, oh my gosh, those are hideous, when they dry, okay, wait for them to dry, because a lot of times when they dry, they're not hideous. The watercolor does its thing, and they're not as bad as you think they are. I'm just saying. So, and you can get as detailed as you want in fussy cutting these, or you can also, I'll do one that I just tear around, because that looks kind of neat too. But yeah, so I think that's kind of big for that one, but there. And even then we can come in, we could always put like, what do I have? I just had those out, and I had so many of them out. Hold 1 second. Yeah. I got a whole thing of stamps. Oh, I see the one I want to use. It's a good color right there now. And I'll just like tuck a stamp in there. And you can even take a word. And I know I saw these. I just had them. I just saw a sheet with that I had typed up on my, where was that? On my typewriter, had some words on it. Okay, I also have this, which that would be kind of neat to add. I don't know. Does this need to go? Maybe I need something. No, I think it's best to have that small. I don't know that I'm going to use that. That does have some orange in it, so I could add that in there. I'm going to keep that neutral. But see, I didn't even know that was in there. Like, so yeah, get your scrap bin out. And if you haven't been saving your scraps, start saving your scraps so that you have some fun stuff to make some ephemera for your junk journals. Or if you don't use this style, find somebody else that uses this kind of fun eclectic style and send your stuff to them. I just saw this in there. I haven't used that. Ooh, that's gonna look, that's gonna be very textural. Okay. I'm not gonna take a lot of time on this. I just thought I just saw it. I just saw a sheet that I had typed words on. Here it is. Okay. Oops, I'm getting my, let's see. How about Hello Sunshine? And you don't have to feel like you have to put words on it right away. I just felt like doing this. So if I do the Hello Sunshine like that, there, that would be really cute. Okay, let's see how these are drying. These are dry enough. Now with this one, like you can come in and you don't even, you can just loosely go around it. And if you don't like something that's there, look, I can just tear it away. And I never would have known that I messed up or I didn't like that spot. And nobody else would know. So you can just tear around your flower. Okay, that's, I need to let this dry a little more because I want to go in and put some darker colors in. Tear that off. I think that a little thick right there. And then I might go into here and tear that. So I've got that one. Lay that on top of that. And then this one, I think I'm gonna fussy cut it. So give that a try of if you are not confident about drawing, give that a try. Hold your pen at the end and just do some loose, let your hand just go and see what happens. And then retrace over the line that you drew and just make it kind of loose and see what happens. And then, like I said, like right now, I do not like that at all, but after it dries and I go back in with more watercolor, you have to wait till it dries, I'll do some more defining and then I might like it a little bit better. So we are our worst critics, aren't we? This one, I'm gonna put it on there. I think that pops. Let's see, what else do I have in here? Oh, I've got a, ooh, he's got a little sticky butt. Oops, well, that's kind of neat, just that. If I stick that down, the blue and the purple on it, that's kind of neat. And then, what else do I have in here? Yellow. Or, oh, look at that thing. That's perfect. Okay, pull that off. And let's just put this in with that. It's got the mark and everything on it. I love it. And then let's do a yellow. Or I could keep this kind of neutral, and I've got a neutral one. Or, let me see, I got another yellow. Oh, I see one with a bigger yellow one on it. With like a yellow paper. That's cool. Yep, that's from 1948, it says on there. And I'll put that like that. Okay. And then I think on this one, I'm gonna use this bigger flower. Whoops. I don't know, I might tuck that up underneath there. Okay. Put these back in the envelope. Oh, that's a big blue one too. That one might be kind of neat. Instead, I think I like that. Fun. All right. And if you don't have any vintage old stamps, pull new ones off when someone sends you something, or create your own. And I'm sure there are tons of printables out there. I know. And then Tim Holtz, he just came out with a postage stamp booklet. So buy his little postage stamp sticker booklet and you'll have a ton of them. I think there's like, I think he said there was like 288 in his new stamp book. or I'm sorry, sticker book. Or you can put anything there. You don't even have to have a stamp. You don't even have to put anything there. You can just leave the flower as the focal point. Okay. So now what I will do is I just work backward. And I glue from the top back so I don't lose my, how I have it stacked. Glues it from the top so it all is together like that. And then you can leave it like this till you put it down on a page, and that way if you want to like tuck anything in there you could, but I'm just gonna go ahead and stick it down. And I thought this was a genius way of doing clusters, let me tell you, because I always forget how I have it layered. so there's one. See how fast these go together? You could just sit and watch TV at night and make up a bunch of, I think I wanted that over that, I wanted that over there. I want the two to show. And you could just sit and watch a movie, even though I've not watched anything worth watching. So I started watching old movies, and I watched all the old Doris Day. Someone had told me in the comment section to watch Thin Man, so I'm gonna try to see if I can find that somewhere and give that a try. That would be a really cute corner embellishment. I always forget to have stuff to put on the right side of the looking in. I guess this could go either way, left or right. I need to straighten that. After the glue dries, I'm probably gonna go in and do some stitching. And I'm just using art glitter glue for this. This texture wallpaper is a recent find that I'm like super excited about, because I took a Seth Abner class and he used this kind of wallpaper and I couldn't find it when I took the class. And so anyway, I haven't been able to find it anywhere unless I want to buy like a roll of it, which is super expensive. And I was out thrifting with my friends this week, and guess what? I was so excited because I ended up finding some. So that was kind of exciting. I love when that happens. Yeah, that'll be really cute on a corner, like at the top. I always forget that I need stuff. When you make a journal, it's always good to have stuff at the top and the bottom, because if you don't, your journal comes out all wonky. Okay, now I am one to not waste my watercolor. So what I'm gonna do is, I've got this white cardstock. Oh, it was from when I did my silhouette. I guess I was, what do you call that when you're like adjusting something? You're trying to align it again. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to take my craft sheet and wet it again to make sure I activate all the color. And I might just, I don't know, go in with some more like orange in here, but I've got pretty much everything else that I want. Okay. I'm just gonna put this down because try to clean off my brush. But I'm going to go ahead and put this on my mat. So I always like to take some of my scraps after I've watercolored or I've done any kind of inking, and I just press it down and I pull it up, and I've got this really pretty background for tags or whatever. And I will just set that aside to dry. So yeah, guys, I usually don't do it twice because you get mud. So I just wipe off the rest if it's in like mixed, and only because I had greens and purples on there, so you don't really want to mush that around too much. You get mud. Okay. Oh, I know what I had that I forgot. So I bought this. I got this at the bins, and I got this Porter paint thing at the bins, and I decided I haven't used them, and I've used them all kinds of ways, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to use them as a base, and I didn't get to do that. I forgot. So, oh wait, I got one more flower. I have one more flower. Let's put this on there. I totally forgot. I ran them through the embosser. Look, can you see that? They look amazing running them through your embosser. I'll use the pink. So let's cut this out super quick. I think I might have from some commemorative stamps. They had some vellum, not vellum, but glassine pages or something like that. It was holding some commemorative stamps, and so I know that that's in here somewhere, and that would look really cool behind it. This was a gift bag that I loved the print. Let's take a piece of that and use that behind it. We can add another word in, and I was looking. Here it is. Oh no, this isn't it. This is tracing paper. When I was doing magazine face tracing in one of my live streams. Okay, I know it's in here because I just saw it. I save anything that's paper. Let me tell you, if it's paper, I save it. Like I save these. These are really record folder pages. I save everything. I know you guys do too. I know you guys do too. Okay, well, if I can't find it, I did find some of this. This will work. So let me just, this is mulberry paper. The mulberry paper works best to, you're supposed to tear it like that. And when you tear it, it works best if you wet it to tear it. So there's that. Let's see. I think I don't need a whole lot of this. Just want a little bit. Maybe this in the back. Yeah, that looks better in the back. And then that paper, and then the mulberry paper. Yep. And let's see, what do I have here? How about create? Maybe come in with this. Just tone it down a tad. And I might come in with this sponge sugar and go around the edge. Brush. That, and then gonna cut. I guess I could have smaller scissors, be a lot easier if I had like small little snips. Not like they're not sitting on my desk or anything. I would rather torture myself with the big ones. Okay. There is that. And I'm gonna go like that. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna glue this down. So if you have a bunch of these lying around, run them through your embossing folder. Oops, can't read the word. Hello. Goodness. Right here. It kind of, I think it was a little bit over. I didn't have any of those words showing there. Ah. Straight. Okay, and then there we go. Okay, so there goes that, and that is my make for GiveAScrap. I used my scraps, and hopefully I even used my scrap watercolor that was on the craft sheet. How do you like that? So hopefully you get out your scrap bin and this has motivated you to do a little bit of crafting today. Won't these be cute in like a nature journal? You could use anything. And if you don't want a watercolor, get some little whatever, just get a focal point. But hopefully this has motivated you to get your scraps out. Thank you, Angela, for doing hashtag GiveAScrap. And I need to tag someone, but I don't know who all to tag that does YouTube. So that hasn't already done a GiveAScrap. I've got to think about this. I will put it in the comment section of who I'm going to tag. So I will talk to you guys later, and I probably need to go look through the hashtags to see who all is in there that, oh, no, I know who I could tag, but she's not on YouTube. I just thought about that. Yeah, I got to think about who is on YouTube that hasn't done this yet. And I guess they could always do twice and we could always get them to come and do another one, but I'll try to find somebody else. I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Bye-bye. Keep crafting.